since everyone's here and we're about to get started.
And considering we're all here, I'm going to make the announcement that Panda has left the group. He came to me saying that he was not feeling comfortable with the group and that it wasn't exactly the fit that he was looking for. So he up and left. And that was Friday or whatever. So, yay.
Good boy.
I mean, hey, it's unfortunate, but not much I can do about it.
It's weird that the snake arrows don't require any feathers.
The what?
I'm also playing Conan Exiles, and because I am at a ridiculous stage where I have all the stuff for all the religions learned, what I can do is because Set is a god here, and Set is all about snakes. I can make arrows that are snake arrows, which are literally I'm shooting snakes at my enemies, and they deal poison damage.
Me?
Neat.
Yes.
Fucking flinging snakes.
And do you know how I make snake arrows? I put 10 branches together. And then through the magic of the gods, I make snakes. Cobra, cobra. If you know that, if you got that reference, then I'll be amazed.
I don't even...
It's an anime reference, so if you don't watch anime, I understand.
Which anime? There's like a lot of them.
It's Soul Eater.
Oh my
Ouch.
god, wow.
Really? Yeah.
Medusa, make
yeah.
snake, cobra,
Yeah.
cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really out there freaking reference.
I know it is. I know it is.
What
I
is-
don't fault you for not getting that.
I mean, I
I mean-
love Soul Eater, but at the same time, I wouldn't have gotten that reference.
It's
Exactly.
pretty obscure. It's not something you would definitely first think of when you hear make snake and cobra, cobra.
I was
But
thinking,
Medusa was one of my favorite characters. I'm sorry I keep talking over you, Zibby.
I was
Wow, you
thinking
actually
G.I. Joe.
apologized for once.
I was thinking G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind.
So don't feel bad.
They don't do the whole cobra, cobra thing though. They normally just yell cobra once and then. Yeah. And then they attack the G.I. Joes and. Yeah.
So last time there was a really weird, disgusting handshake.
It was. It's exploding with sweat and also not exploding with sweat at the same time.
Never make me do that again, guys.
So you know for a fact that if we ever actually have a fan base and people actually start animating things, that's gonna be animated.
Oh, that's the first thing getting animated.
Yeah,
A handshake?
the handshake.
The handshake where I was constantly
yeah.
casting prestidigitation to clean it up, and he was constantly the guy, one of the guys was constantly casting it to dirty it.
Yeah.
So we were basically, while this handshake was going on, poor Balasar had to deal with the gross sweaty palm cleaning itself and then exploding in sweat.
Yeah, that must not have felt good at all.
Yeah, that, like I said, never make me do that again.
No promises.
I can make no
No.
promises. This group is crazy.
Being dirty once is fine. You can clean it afterwards. Being dirty 32 times in a row,
You can still clean it afterwards. It doesn't matter.
yeah, but it fucking feels nasty to be clean and then all of a sudden dirty and clean and
Yeah.
dirty again.
Also, I realized I could have given you guys that were cutting up the marlin a little bit of a break from the smell if I walked down there and cast prestidigitation to make it smell like roses.
Or, you know, slightly fishy roses.
No, it would just change it entirely to roses for
I
1
know,
hour.
I know.
It'd be hilarious.
You know, I prestidigitation.
I play Starfinder, and there's a token spell. It's like prestidigitation. And one of our dudes is the lizard guy. I forgot the name of the Vesk, and he eats people. And so
Oh,
every
the
time he
boss?
tries- Yeah. Every time he
Or-
tries to, or the vest, every time he tries to eat people, I make it taste bad to stop him from eating people.
Is it a Star Wars based thing?
No, it's a Pathfinder in space, Starfinder.
Okay. Okay. Then
Really
he's a
sad.
lizard. He's lizard folk.
He's, let me show you, they're weird.
Well, the lizard folk eat people. And they're the D&D and Pathfinder race of lizards.
E.
Yay! 400 snake arrows.
Anyway, shall we continue?
Yes.
Maybe. Possibly.
I wish I would have found this before I made this character.
I mean, cool.
Oh, I would have totally just changed my dragon type to a different type, that's all.
Okay.
But it wouldn't have made sense. Good story, though. So,
Makes
anyway,
no difference to me. Anyways. So, you guys have a goal.
Our fucking treasure bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Also, fix our ship because it kind of got fucked by a strange man.
quite literally, yes.
Putting his dick in our portholes.
Indeed.
I live to say that.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't think you could say that anytime.
Yeah, no one has this spell, do they?
No, that's a 3rd level spell. We don't have those yet.
You're gonna need to be a little bit higher level to do
Like 1 level higher, but yeah.
that. Yeah.
Very little bit. Like, as soon as we level up, I can fix it.
Just like, poof, you're there.
Alright, so any information we're gonna get now is behind smokers. Where the treasure went.
So at this point, Mr. Manning, who's just kind of lounging up against the railing after he delegated with you about the current circumstances, pipes up and says, if you want some help, the best advice I could give you is start getting information from town, talking about who these people are, where they came from, if they have a warehouse in the city, or not city, but you know what I mean, Docktown. It's not very large, so like there's maybe 8 buildings at most, and all of them are warehouses. So it's a dock town that just it's a pit stop basically. And most of the ships here are small. They're not meant for big traveling convoys or anything like that, so they wouldn't be able to get away very quickly. Especially because there's really only 2 directions they can go: back out to the ocean or up the river, and you would notice both. So you can assume that all of your loot is still somewhere within this town. But Mercedes does say there is a couple establishments you could visit. One of them is owned by a friend of mine. It's a tavern that you all could stay there for a short time. Most of the sailors that go on the ships, they go to one of the 2 taverns in town. Mostly the one that my friend owns. The other one is on the edge of town. And he literally points to like literally 15 feet away from the ship. Actually, it's just literally right over there. And you see it's called the Serpent's Ale.
It's a ridiculous name.
You're welcome.
What ails you?
Haha.
Is that psychic damage?
No.
It wasn't quite that bad.
Does the tavern perhaps have any milk?
I'm sure they could attend to any kind of beverage you might want. It's a tavern.
Okay,
after
good.
all.
Well, I've been to some that doesn't have milk because they think it's strange that somebody would want milk.
I mean, I would think that most taverns would carry milk because it's a mixer for like White Russians and stuff.
True.
The fuck
Yeah.
is a White Russian?
It's a milk-based alcoholic beverage.
No, no, no.
No, he was saying that as in like in character. I was speaking out of
Oh.
character.
Yeah, you guys should probably say OC when you're talking out of character. Because that will get confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can. I definitely see that.
Okay, so who's gonna go to the tavern and ask around there?
I mean, if I go to the tavern, I'm gonna forget everything I was supposed to do. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'll go with Aslia.
Alright. So,
Alright.
you guys remember that you struck a deal with Mercedes, correct?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
We're just talking about the wet handshake to seal that deal.
It was 3070, right?
Yes, 37.
Our
Easy
way.
for 3070.
Yes, your way. Meaning that you guys get
The
70%.
70.
Yeah.
For those who don't speak shifty people.
Out of character, what was the name of the tavern? It was something Serpent?
Serpent's
Serpent's
Ale.
Ale.
Serpent's Ale.
Alright, let's go in and start asking about then.
Alright, you do that. So walking off towards the tavern, there are a few people out on the dock right now. It's about late morning, mid-afternoon sometime. And most of the people, they're in the middle of working or doing odd tasks here and there. And most of the ships that are at dock seem to be already unloaded or in the middle of loading or any of the other accommodations. And there are many people that just kind of lounge about, not really doing much. And getting into the tavern itself, the interior is moderately cluttered. There's like 9 tables, couple booths. The bar itself has like 16 stools, which is normal for a bar, or tavern, I should say. There's maybe 10 or so patrons. Most of them are sailors. There's maybe 1 or 2 normal people. But Tavern Keep seems to be busy filling orders. There doesn't seem to be any other help besides him, but he is a stout man with a long black beard and no hair. And he has a scar across his left eye.
Okay. I'm going to ask him if he has actually seen anything weird. Like these guys, what do they look like, but the ones that took our so-called Minotaur, Golden Hornet Minotaur.
Mm-hmm. Well, considering that was in a giant crate, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know
called.
if you-
We
yeah.
didn't see it.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah,
see it.
so,
I'm just trying to remind you that no one would have seen it. They would have just seen a big crate being moved.
yeah, I'm just saying I'm going to describe the people that took it.
Okay. So cleaning up one of his flasks, or not flasks, glass. Stretching. Anyways, so as he's cleaning one of his glasses, he looks up to you and says, well, there's a couple odd folk in town that do their shipments through here quite often. I could name probably about 100 different people who load anywhere between now and next Wednesday that would fit that description. Do you have a name for the company that they work through? I might be able to ask for one of the sailors that works with them.
I forgot the name of it. What was it?
I was gonna say, we did get a name.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know. Do you remember the name that I gave you, Balasar?
I don't.
Hint, hint, it's
I'm
probably in
also
Lily's
not
notes.
there.
It probably, actually, that's a good point. That probably is in Lily's notes.
Because she puts everything in notes. Like a good player should.
I'm actually gonna check that for you guys because I'm nice like that.
I don't even see it right now.
Where is it?
It'd be in the notes.
Yeah, I know. I'm reading.
Wow, she is really good at taking notes.
Yeah, she's really good at taking notes.
She's kind of amazing. But she does make those viewable for everyone, and I figured I would let you know that, that's a good place to look if you're trying to find something that the party might know.
Going down, going down. Excuse me.
No excuse.
I don't actually see it in here, so I don't think I actually told the group. I told Balasar in particular. So that would most likely be in our chat. I'm gonna go back in time.
No, it's not in an actual chat
Oh,
with
you
us.
probably said it in whispers.
Yeah, you probably said it in whispers.
Anything you put me into whisper, said it.
Ooh, yeah, that's correct. I did. All right.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna go back to my notes that I wrote down and bring that name out. And I'm gonna message you because I want it written down somewhere. So.
As soon as my computer starts.
Oh, that's what they look like.
What the? Quick, do these so quick.
Did it?
Okay. Company's name is Silverglade Inc.
All I remember was the silver from that, but yeah,
Silverglade.
yeah.
Well, I wasn't there though. I'm not in the bar right now, so there's that. It's
What
like
do you
if
mean
you.
you're not? What do you mean you're not in the what?
He didn't go to the bar because he'll
Oh,
forget
gotcha,
what he's
gotcha,
supposed to be
gotcha.
doing and drink because he has no impulse control.
Nope.
Fair.
Hey, Dahlia, can you go see if
Only a couple people. I believe it was.
Yeah,
Azia,
I'll.
Filet and Zimby. And Versana because Versana has to stay with
Lie.
Filet.
Yeah. I kind of figured that Vizana would be with me.
Yes.
We're kind of an inseparable duo.
I mean, at this point, she might as well just have a fucking
and names just to one of your
No.
shoulders.
What are those things called? Whatever, doesn't matter. But like a pedestal just installed on your shoulder for her to sit on.
There was a PM discussion between me and Lily where there was a boob thrown because I may have made a risque comment that I could smuggle, being a half giant and her being a halfling, I could smuggle her out of a city in my boobs.
Okay then.
I'm weird. I'm very
You
weird.
are.
And I make really, really weird comments at times.
No, really? You never would have guessed that.
Look, I'm gonna die from that.
But yeah, I mean, it was...
Alright,
Go.
go ahead.
I mean, it's most of the group.
It's about half the group right now, yeah.
Dinosaurs are just being kept out from.
I'll go ask Balasar if we knew if he knows the name of the company that was picking up the package.
So Balsar, Sigmund, and Kalos are all back at the ship right now. Also, I should mention that your monk friend, after you guys landed, kind of disappeared.
He just basically ran off like a freaking dust cloud.
More like he just disappeared. You guys lost track of him completely.
What is this?
What is what?
Sorry, I'm still playing Conan.
Oh, okay.
I found another obelisk, and it's right near a giant fucking pit.
That's nice.
Oh, I think that has an undead... Yeah, that's an undead dragon down there. Sorry.
Kill it.
Anyway, so we just basically say that you told them the company's name. Come back,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
we tell the bartender.
So after like 10 minutes of you guys going back and going back
Oh,
in town,
not the lie going back and waiting.
basically whoever went to get said information, got said information, goes back
Yep.
to the tavern, and the barkeep basically says, scratching his chin, I've heard of the company name, but I don't know anyone off the top of my head that would work for them. I could ask around, but it might take me a little bit of time.
Alright, we're gonna be asking around for ourselves too.
Well, your best bet would be to wait here and start talking to people that come into here. Most people go to this tavern. You could also check the other tavern at the other side of town. That's run by an associate of mine.
Does this associate of yours have a name?
I have to check my records, but the tavern's name is Wooden Keg.
The Wooden Keg?
The Wooden Keg, yes.
Alright.
Go to more bars with the Greek guy. That's a
I
great
could see that there was such a great, like, conference to come up with completely original and unique names for these taverns.
You're welcome. Don't know what you want me to tell you. I like stupid names for taverns. It's hilarious.
I legit thought that was the bartender for a second. I thought you were taking that as in character.
That's OC, guys. That's OC.
Oh. I kind of want it not to be now.
It would be funnier.
Having all of that happen in character would be hilarious.
So I should
that
mention
another
that in my world, all the merchants that own taverns have all accumulated their knowledge on bad naming devices and just come up with the worst tavern names ever. That is canon now.
Excellent. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Good. Why do you keep disconnecting and connecting, Slim?
Because I'm having trying to
Ah.
open the books. Yeah, my thing keeps crashing.
I'm dying now.
GG, get wrecked.
Pretty much. My technology has been having.
Technology.
Yeah, he's had this ongoing war for the past couple days, and it's not been good.
Fair.
I'm getting overtaken by
Nice
Cylons.
crack.
I mean, there's worse things to get taken over by.
I mean, yeah. Okay. So, back to everything that's going on. Like I was saying, there are a few people that I could ask that might know more information. You could check with the deckhands, considering they know almost all the major merchant companies that come through here.
Well, are these guys that we're looking for major? I wouldn't have guessed.
What do you mean major?
The silver whoever.
Silverglade Incorporated?
Yeah, they major.
Well, that depends on what you mean by major. Considering they're a shipping company, I would assume that they have at least some clientele.
Are they rather popular in this area?
Yes.
That's all.
There's a lot of popular shipping companies, but I'm fairly certain they are.
I find it funny we're having this discussion after you used the term major right before I did. I figured we would just be on the same page here, that by your standard of major.
My standard of major and my standard of otherness is not.
Well, I'm going
Is
to
just not. Okay.
And
That's a complete thought.
someone interrupted him, that's why.
They were just telling me that they were leaving.
Ah.
Anyways,
Oh,
so I did get interrupted. What was I saying? I was saying something.
Standard of major and
Yes.
standard of other
Yes.
is not.
And then I got cut off.
Yeah.
My standard of major and my standard of basically not major is basically, if you own ships that can go from one port to another port in one trip, that's a major ship.
I'm gonna go ask the deckhands then.
Be my guest. Are y'all gonna stay here for a couple nights?
We'll
I mean,
prob-
pretty bad probably still.
Alright.
yeah, we're probably going to have to because we need to find out where these guys are. If they weren't going by ship, it would have been way too obvious.
How many of you are there?
6 in total, I think.
Alright. Yeah.
I can bunk with someone because I don't mind sleeping on the floor. Actually, it's very nice.
Alright.
Well, Verzana and I are probably in a room together anyway.
I can give you rooms for multiple people, by the way. The rooms aren't just for one person alone.
I figured you would be able to accommodate.
Yeah.
So we'll say a shared room between me
Two-person
and...
rooms, we have 3-person rooms.
I mean, sure, if Zimby wants to bunk in with Verzana and the Lie.
I was just bunking
Or
with bunking
Sunshine, I should say.
Sunshine doesn't mind.
Cool. Well, I'll take a 3-person room for the 3 of us then.
There you go. That would be a 5 gold ahead.
Cool.
I'm more than likely gonna end up watching over Battlestar after he drinks.
Well, that's why, like I said, I stay on the ship.
Okay, you're staying on the ship, then... Lucky Sigmund. And
Yes.
You're probably gonna end up in...
Considering he's not there, you'd have to wait until you get back to the ship.
Right. Probably gonna, then Asgard's probably gonna sleep on her own.
Alright.
So,
Pay for my own room.
2 1-person rooms and 1 3-person room.
The captain just sleeps on the ship.
I mean, hey, that's the reason why it's a ship.
I said, hey.
A mobile home.
Yes, it is.
Even though it's really not his ship.
Well, now it is.
For now, yeah, sure.
Well, there's also the problem of, you know,
It being sunk.
Yes.
it also being, you know,
It's not
mildly
sunk.
taken over by a
I mean-
rogue sorcerer.
It's not rogue at all. So I don't think he's actually a sorcerer.
You know what I mean.
I do know what you mean, even though I just like fucking with you. Yeah.
So do I roll for investigation on the docks?
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
So deckhands are numerous, especially on a dock town. So make your roll, and I'll tell you what you find.
So I'm gonna end up terrible.
I mean, I can explore town.
I called it!
Yep, that's pretty shit. So
Oh.
not being familiar with this town at all, and not having
Oh,
much
God, I just realized
on
something.
docks, you just kind of bump into a random hobo that doesn't really know what the fuck you're
No,
trying to
no,
talk about.
Joe, I just
Just
realized
keep
something
going.
that would have made more sense. Red-headed dwarf, and there's a crew of pirates that is captained by red-headed dwarves. Women.
Oh, okay.
I just imagine that they just like... Is it one of those pirates?
No.
Hmm.
Are
That would've
are
been
you
in that
are you a dude or a woman?
My character's female.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Either way, you don't find anything at all closely resembling a deckhand.
Oh well.
I wanted to go to the other tavern the barkeep mentioned.
The wooden keg.
The Wooden Keg. I'd like to go there, and I'd like to inquire about what they know about this Silver Grove shipping company.
So, getting directions from one of the local sailors, he points out that the wooden keg is actually on the outskirts of the town. It is not in the quote-unquote town limits. So you have to travel like 5-10 minutes outside of town to get there. And getting into the actual tavern, it's more of like a roadside tavern than it is anything else. But getting in there, you talk to a couple people. It's much of the same kind of Jesus Christ. Outline like the other taverns that you've seen. 9 tables, a couple booths, and a bunch of different stools at the bar. The barkeep is a slender-looking young blonde man with fair complexion. Doesn't seem very out of the ordinary, other than just him being kind of young.
Did the barkeep at the...
It's dead in here, though. Like there's like 1 or 2 people left.
Did the barkeep that sent me here give me his name?
No.
What was the name of the bar? Or
Wooden keg.
tavern? No.
Serpent's Tail.
Serpent's Tail.
Or Serpent's Ale.
Ale,
Serp-
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll go up to the barkeep here, and I'll say, I've come from the Serpent's Ale. Supposedly you're an associate of the one who runs that tavern?
Barkeep. I mean, I know of him. I wouldn't say that we're exactly close friends, but yeah, I know of him. What exactly are you sent here for?
I'm checking up on a shipping company that I may have some business with. The Silver Grove Shipping Company.
Glade.
Silver Glade Shipping Company.
Let me check my records. I'll let you know. He goes behind the counter and picks up a small little leather-bound book. Starts flipping through the pages. And after a couple seconds or so, he looks up from his book and says, on my list here, it says that I've dealt with Silverglade in particular about 9 times in the past few months. All usually at different times of the year, different shippings. What exactly are you looking for to do with them?
We have some unfinished transactions to make.
So are you asking for like where they might be located?
Yeah, where would they might be located? Specifically, warehouse sort of.
Oh, well, I know that there's 2 warehouses that you could check. I don't know if they would have anything at all what you're looking for. Might I ask you why you're trying to do all this?
Just like I said, it's an unfinished transaction of sorts. I just need to talk with them, that's all.
Question, are you trying to be persuasive or are you trying to deceive them?
Well, I'm outwardly lying, so I would be deceiving them.
Okay, roll deception then.
Alrighty, give me just a moment.
Mr. Joe was mentioning the red willows.
Yeah, I know.
We still haven't had that talk about the clan thing.
Oh.
Give him. I'm gonna be like, it's just a simple business, and I'm gonna smack her on the back and give her guidance for a D4 to the ability check.
Okay, so I'm rolling deception, yeah?
Yes.
Oh yay, I don't have any training in that. Here, let's add a D4 to that. Okay, a total of 6.
So I'm pretty sure you win ties, or is it the other way around?
I think
Pretty
the
sure you
player
win
is
ties.
supposed to win ties.
Well, either way, that's a tie. So GG.
Good thing
So
we didn't-
he looks at you a little bit, and after a couple seconds, he says, "So look, the warehouses are usually only employees only in there, but I know there's a few deckhands that have regular conversations with them and do business with them. I know one person you could talk to in particular, Gerald. He's a kind of a lanky looking fellow, not much muscle on his body. He wears some fairly indistinguishable clothes. And by that I mean it's gray, not much fancy attire. Uh, but if you ask around the town, you might be able to get someone that knows him.
And this is Gerald?
Gerald, yes. He's one of the associates that works for Silver Glade.
Very well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, one other thing.
Yes.
If you're looking for a person in particular, you're not going to find them in this town. Most of these shipping companies have their headquarters or one of their main warehouses at one of
Silver
the major
Grove, right?
Silver Glade.
Glade.
Yes, not Grove. Even though they're technically the same thing, only Glade has a pond.
Glade has a pond, a Grove does not. Okay. So
Yes,
glad we're
that's
making
literally-
that distinction.
That is literally the only difference. Anyways, honestly, the major port towns that would have these kind of warehouses, there's one further up the river. You could probably find a representative there that might be able to get what you're looking for. There's one also way to the south, but that would take you a long time. You also probably already have come from there.
Yeah, we shipped
this
out
is
from
just-
the south.
This is just a pit stop, really. Like, not many people come here to do major shipping. This is just to refuel, to interchange cargo from one place to another, because it's easier to do it at shore rather than up the river.
Right, right. Well, thank you for all your information.
Of course.
And I will leave and head towards the docks to go and find this Gerald.
Okay.
Before I leave, I want to be like, do you have any milk?
You're at a different
Um,
tavern if you didn't go with.
That's
The line.
yes, the wooden keg, and barkeep looks at you a little bit strangely, but says, "Yeah, I can get that for you. Do you want it in a bowl?"
Yes.
Did he only ask that because she was a tabaxi?
Yes, that's exactly what just happened.
Considering she said yes, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah. So he takes out a simple wooden bowl and pours out the milk and says, "You can keep the bowl. It's just a bowl."
Thank you. How much is it?
He says 2 gold should be good.
All right.
That's some expensive ass milk.
We spent
No,
5 gold
okay,
ahead at
Keep
the.
in mind, my world only uses gold for currency.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Remember,
true.
Gold and platinum.
That's why we have more gold than usual.
Exactly. That's why you guys are like, gold, I can spend it willy-nilly.
It was 5 gold for the room.
Yes, 5 gold ahead.
As I turn to like leave the thing, I just like drink it on the way out, just fucking like cat licking it.
I see this very blonde tabaxi walking with a wooden bowl in their hands, licking the milk out of it.
I mean, fair.
Meanwhile, Ashley was already used to that weirdness.
Mhm.
Oh, that's why you traveled with Sunshine for a bit in your backstories,
Mhm.
didn't you?
Yep. That shit is ridiculous.
Anyway,
Is Sigmund up to
Onwards.
anything?
Is Sigmund up to anything?
Just keeping watch on the ship, I guess.
All right. So, do you mind making a perception check for me?
Should I be as well? Since I'm there.
Great question. Are you out on the deck making stern faces at everyone?
Yeah, more than likely. I'd
All right, yeah, sure, go ahead.
be sitting around.
Are
This
you out
works.
on the deck making stern
Oh,
faces
where
at
we
everyone?
lose? Oh, that's Zimby. Hi, Zimby.
Whee! Oh boy.
Well, that's some perception, guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty normal to ship.
I mean, I'm not making stern faces, but I'm out.
I know. I was saying that because you're the captain. But welcome back.
Hello.
Maybe.
Zippy,
Or
you
not.
live?
Hello, yes.
Hello,
Yep,
there you
her
go.
words. Okay, she lives.
Yeah, I have to open it in administrator when I have fantasy grounds open, and I forgot about that.
Hmm.
That would do it.
Don't know
So-
why, but that's weird.
I mean, hey, whatever. Not a
Yeah,
big deal.
if I don't like when I'm like tabbed into fantasy grounds, it won't pick up that I'm trying to speak to you guys. I have to like click out of fantasy grounds and speak to you guys, then click back in to do fantasy ground stuff.
Fun.
E. Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm just gonna erase that memory from my mind.
Don't worry
Yeah.
though, it'll be in the video.
Oh, I know. So getting back to town, Filet, you know who you're looking for at this point. So
wait, I'm at the docks right now, so would I need a roll perception too?
no.
Depends on if you have trouble finding a half giant. I imagine there's only so many
No,
8-foot
no,
tall
no,
gray
no,
people
no, no,
walking
no,
around.
no.
Yeah, Steve, I meant the freaking people who
When-
was voting on the
Yeah,
ship.
Oh,
that was only located in the ship.
Okay.
No.
Fucking, why am I having problems with fantasy grounds?
Because fantasy grounds.
Like, I didn't have this many problems with fantasy grounds. It's just today is just not my day. Today's a shit day for me. So fun.
Yay, stressful. Anyways,
I'm going to fucking go into coma by tonight.
don't. That would suck.
I know, I meant that as in I'm tired, I'm in hurting
I
and
know.
everything.
I know. I realize that. I'm just saying, don't go into a coma. Anyways.
Don't worry, I'll wake up next week.
he
Yeah,
won't
that's
miss
really
a
all I care
session,
about. Don't miss a session, guys.
but he
Uh,
has 2 weeks because we do the whole
Oh, shit, what the
bi-weekly.
fuck just happened? Oh, okay. Okay. So I would ask both Sunshine and Soleil to be looking for this deckhand named Gerald.
So we're
So
making
perception
yeah.
checks. Well, more investigation checks actually.
investigation. Ooh, that's better.
E.
Not that much better.
I
But
mean,
better
hey,
overall.
It's a +5 instead of a +2. That's the better. Oh!
oof.
My perception's better than my investigation.
Oh, for a
Yeah.
second I thought that was a 1.
No, it's not. It's a 7. Or an 8 in this case. So, looking around the town, a couple of the sailors here, they don't really pay much attention to you other than a few. But when they turn to like talk to you, they get a little bit of a shocked expression on their face, seeing a giant woman and a fucking talking cat.
And there's a halfling on my shoulder.
There is a halfling on your shoulder, but that's less unnerving than the fucking giant woman and a talking cat.
I'm looking down at these people too.
You are.
Literally, not figuratively.
I
Maybe
mean,
a little
hey,
figuratively.
I was gonna say a little bit of both, but
Can I just meet up with them since I probably spot them long before?
Everyone spots me walking through the town.
Barely can announce.
so eventually one of the sailors does answer your question and says, Gerald is usually over at the Oh God, my brain doesn't work sometimes. Uh, one of the major shipping companies' warehouses up in the north part of town. Um, he's one of the major people that works there. Uh, you could go up there and ask for him. That might be enough. Other than that, I really don't know how else to help you.
Very well. And I start going to the north side of town to go
So
see if they know where he is.
you go up to the north side of town, and the warehouse that was mentioned to you seems to be fairly busy. There's a lot of people walking in and out of the warehouse. I've been asking around for a couple of seconds or minutes, I should say. Uh, you get a couple of people to reply saying, "Oh, Gerald's inside." So eventually, you just wait there at the door because they don't allow you inside the warehouse.
Obviously.
Um,
I'm gonna
because
check the
you're
back
not
just in
one of the
case
dock workers.
someone tries to run away.
Is
Okay.
this a Silver Grove?
No, it is not. It is a warehouse that is being used by the town.
Okay.
Technically, all of the warehouses are just used for when a shipping company comes in and rents it. They're basically for
Right,
rent.
but I'm asking more, is Silver Grove renting this
Glade.
particular Silver
You keep
Glade?
saying you
Silver
keep saying
Glade.
grove.
Is Silver Glade renting this one?
They see if I'm cursing you, apparently.
So you ask a couple of the sailors that, and they reply with, I don't know. I just work here. I just pick up the box and put it back down." But eventually, you do get the attention of one of the administrators, and he goes in and gets Gerald for you. And he comes out, and just like he had been mentioned, he is a fairly plain man, um, wearing a gray smock and gray work pants with gray boots. Uh, just a lot of not great clothing, but he's got messy brown hair. His eyes are stark brown with a couple abrasions on his face and a lot of dirt. He looks very dirty. He almost kind of looks like a hobo, but apparently he is one of the main administrators for this
Turns out I
warehouse.
talked to him before.
And and he says, "Hello, what can I do business for you?"
I was
What did you
curious
want
if
to
you
do?
Very
knew
dirty.
of any Silver Glade personnel still at shore here.
Oh, well, if you're looking for a Silverglade, you definitely came to the right place. What exactly are you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking for one of the ones m- came here rather recently. We were concluding some business with them. Actually, do I know who Balasar was? Who?
Give me a
You
descriptor.
you would have seen him, but you wouldn't have gotten his name.
What's a description I could give to this person?
Just say
Um,
give a descriptor, because
so it's more that he's like a young man, blonde, fairly ornate clothing, uh, not regal, but definitely like noble-ish attire, light blues, couple red frills, uh, puffed out pants or whatever you want to call those things, trousers with fairly nice looking shoes.
Hmm. Yeah,
He
I'd
looks
give.
like he has money.
I would give him that kind of description.
Gerald thinks for a second and says, What exactly do you have business with this man?"
Oh, we're just needing to pick up a final portion of payment and deliver the last bit of goods. That's all. Just
You're looking for payment.
yeah.
All right. Well, I have a couple things to say to that. First of all, your package was sent here. Am I correct? You had that offloaded here,
Yes,
whatever that package
yes,
might have been. Okay.
yes.
Uh, well, my boys did bring that shipment from your ship, and from my understanding, there was nothing else taken. Payment should have been given to you by now.
Oh, most of it has been. Yes. We found there was a small discrepancy. That's all.
All right. Well, I am, though I am not the owner of this warehouse, I am still one of the administrators that does most of the dealings with Silverglade. If you have a discrepancy, then you would be telling me about it.
Oh,
What
well, very
exactly
good.
is
I
this?
found you.
Yeah, what exactly is this discrepancy?
How much was it that went missing from our
14.
coffers?
The amount, believe all of the gems and basically all your treasure that was taken. I
Yeah, yeah.
believe it was somewhere around 60 or 70,000 gold total.
In value.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It was, yeah.
I know it was 40 or roughly 40,000.
16,500 in gems.
Yeah, and then the rest, which was like roughly 40,000 in gold, so about 100,000 total.
No.
No.
About 56,000 gold total.
Okay.
16,500 plus 40,000 would
Okay.
be
Okay. Yeah, that much gold.
56,500 gold worth of payment.
Okay. I was gonna wait. Hold up a second. Hold up. Okay? Payment was 7,000 first half, and then second.
Whoa,
half
no,
was
no, no.
7,000.
It was not necessarily payment, but treasure
it
that
was-
we lost.
Yeah, that was just how much money you guys had in those boxes. So he steps back a little bit and goes, "How much money?"
Roughly
Like-
56,000 gold worth.
And then all of the gems, which you don't even know how much.
No,
money
that's
are.
including the gems.
That is including the gems.
Yeah.
I thought you had like 20,000 or like 4,000 or 5,000 platinum along with.
Yeah,
all
I
of it.
thought I remember here.
Yeah, you guys had a lot more than that.
We had
Yeah.
like 2,000 platinum and like in the party sheet it says we had like 2,000 platinum and 17,000 gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right there.
And then
Points.
Where is
The eye was the people next to it on the top.
Yeah, the eye with the people next to it. The gems are 16,500. And then it said parcel coins, 2,000 platinum and 17,000 gold.
I don't see those notes.
They're not
It's
notes, they're
notes.
in the party
Notes,
sheet.
Top right.
Oh, party sheet. Shush.
In the party
Literally
sheet.
said it's symbol
Party
for
sheet.
it.
Shut up. Inventory. Gems. There we go. Okay. So it was 16,500. Did I not say platinum? Really? Okay. Well, I would have sworn that I said how much platinum you guys had. Well, whatever.
2,000 platinum.
It was 2,000 platinum.
2,000 platinum, which is 20,000 gold.
Yep.
So it would be 27,000 gold that were value in gold that we were missing. So it'd only be 36,500 gold value that I'd be trying to describe as a
So
discrepancy in payment.
7 and then plus 16.
By the way, I'm saying this is part
Yeah,
of a
okay.
private deal
So-
that was not part of the package.
Yeah. I'm just trying to do math in my head because math. Yeah, so roughly 54,000. All right. Still, that's a staggering amount of money, and he looks at you like a little appalled and says, "I apologize. Where exactly was this supposed to happen?"
I am supposed to meet with someone of the Silver Glade company to complete this transaction here in town.
Well, did they give you a time at least? I can check my ledger to see what exactly you were.
I
supposed to be
doubt it
doing.
would be in the ledger. This was a sort of an off the books deal. I was supposed to meet. We were supposed to meet at just before noon at the wooden keg, but they were not there.
Uh, he motions for one of his workers to come over, and he whispers in their ear for a few seconds, and they skittle off back into the warehouse. He turns to you and says, Silverglade itself has had dealings with other people outside of our jurisdiction, considering they're a major shipping company that ships all over the western coast. I only work with this town and the pit stops that we make. I do the unloading, the loading. That's really all I do. Um, if you're looking for payment, I can tell you what the ledger tells me, which it would have you listed for payment, at least, I would hope. And after a couple of minutes of trying to explain himself, the worker that he sent in comes back with a big leather-bound book, and Gerald takes it and looks at it for a few seconds, reading the pages, and yes.
As he's looking at it, I just want to like stare him down with like my milk-covered face.
Okay.
You know how cats get. And say, regardless if this is a very not truthful transaction between your bosses or you in general, I'm not sure if you're a holy man, I'm not sure if your bosses are a holy man, but surely the deities are not very pleased with the lies and the trouble that we're having to go through.
Well, I can assure you that anything that would have to do with me, I would never in a million years try to deceive any of you. That's not my goal here. My goal is to do my job, and if my job tells me to unload a package, I unload the package. So tell me, where was all this money located on the ship? Was it in the big crate? Was it separate crates that may have gotten mixed up in the shipments?
Those separate chests.
Separate
chests.
chests,
Right.
yeah.
So he checks the ledger again and counts them all off, looking at everything, and says, so it does say here that you got one of your payments, and that the other payment was supposed to be made tomorrow sometime. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the second payment was supposed to be made tomorrow at the wooden keg. Hold up a second, and he reads the ledger, and in span of a couple seconds, his face goes from kind of confused to appalled to white-faced fucking shock, and gives the leather-bound book back to the worker and says in a kind of feeble tone, and says, I apologize. I didn't know that you were representatives of Mr. Mercedes.
Yes. I totally forgot to mention that. My bad.
Yeah. Should have mentioned that immediately. But
I should have.
But he says, if that's the case, then I can bring out this man right now if you would like. My only question is that you don't make a scene here at the warehouse. We don't like the incidents happening out in broad daylight.
Oh, I have no intention of making a scene so long as they cooperate very. Let's just say that as long as he doesn't start making a scene, I shall not either.
All right then. And the worker comes back dragging an unconscious person, wearing the
Jesus.
same clothes that you had described. And basically, they just look at you kind of nervously and just drop them at your feet and run away.
Okay. I turn to Sunshine. Do you have any rope?
I
You can just ask
do.
or you can just ask it from behind, just to make sure.
Gerald does speak up and say, I apologize for the mishappenings, but if what you have said is true, then his crew is most likely the one that took all of your belongings.
We'll see to it that I believe you've done enough. And I will slip him about 5 gold to send him on his way in silence, basically.
And to get a drink after you dealing with that.
So he looks at you, looks at the 5 gold, shrugs, takes it, and just walks away.
As I expected he would.
Yeah. Just gonna say,
Uh,
5 gold is not a lot of money.
no, but it'll get him a drink after having to deal with this
Yep,
bullshit.
it will.
And I'm gonna take the rope from Zimby and tie this guy up, throw him over my. I'm gonna poof Malice out of existence, throw him over my shoulder, and start walking back to the ship.
Cool.
And Aslia follows after since no one has ran out, and yeah, just follow along after that.
I will mention that as you're at the back door, you would have heard the scuffle of someone being beaten the shit out of.
Just, everybody just sitting there calmly waiting, cat drinking milk, just whap, whap, whap.
What?
I imagine it's like in one of those cartoons where they go into the building and the screen's just shaking a whole bunch, and you just hear all sorts of clatter and shattering, and
No.
All you see is the
You
dust
hear some
cloud.
screams.
yep. And then there's a thud, silence, and an unconscious, very bruised man placed at my feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll drag him back to the ship so that we can deal with this in private.
Okay. So you
Upon
bring-
getting there, I'll call for the attention of Balasar.
I will obviously go.
And I'm going down to the brig.
Unconscious, so I mean, what am I gonna?
I'm going down to the brig to lock him in there.
Okay. So I will mention that Mr. Mercedes has left the ship at this point. During the whole kerfuffle, and he's gone back to his little sloop with his servant.
So this is gonna be getting information out of the guy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So when it comes to, which I'll say is around nighttime, the first thing he says is, well, actually, it's a word that none of you understand, but
None of us?
none of you. I don't care what languages you know. None of you know what he just said.
Alrighty.
But he looks up at Balasar, which I assume you're there while the questioning's happening.
Oh
and
yeah.
Spits in your face.
Can I spit a little bit of fire back, like a full breath attack, put a little bit of fire back at him?
Yeah, you can do that.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Should I roll intimidation?
I'm proficient
Yes,
in
you may.
bullshit if that's what it is.
Let's see here. Sadly, I'm not proficient in this. But anyway,
Oh, it don't matter because you did good. But
sweet.
he just kind of like seeing the fire, like he just falls backwards out of his chair on or his not bindings, but you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
on his ass, trying not to get burnt.
I go
And,
grab him by the shoulders and pick him up, and not in a gentle way.
I
Okay.
was just gonna say you might want to answer my questions, and you might not. Want
You keep cutting out.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're cutting out horribly.
I'll say to him. You
You
might
might
want to answer me and my questions, and you might not want, like,
Lol.
obviously in an intimidating way.
Excuse
I
me.
love how it cut
Every
out in the
time
same
You
parts.
you cut out at the same exact time every time.
I'm typing.
That
I
might
got the
help.
basic gist of it. It's answer our questions and don't lie.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. I figured.
Good enough.
But I'm just saying, like, it's funny that you cut out at the same exact moment. But I am going to roll. To see if he.
And
I'm
after he
hoping we
says
see
that,
intimidation.
yeah, and
No,
after
no,
he,
that's not intimidation. He's already intimidated.
Okay.
after he says that, I'm gonna look at the guy. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm a good person. I'm very reasonable, but you see, you dicked over me and my friends. So if you guys do anything, I'm gonna turn around. So I, the only healer on this boat, have deniability.
Well,
And I turn around and
so the man looks up at all of you and says in a low tone, "Look, I was just trying to do my job, man.
Oh, so your job was stealing from us.
I mean, that was part of the job, but look, I, I'm not. I'm just the messenger, man.
Okay,
I'm
hold
here.
on. Stop there. I'm gonna make this really easy for you, okay? Here's the deal. The new deal. I don't care what deal you had going before, but here's the new deal. You see, you're stuck in the brig of our ship, and we have full deniability from the only holy person on this ship to do whatever we please. In your best interest, you're going to tell us exactly what you have done, and you're going to help us to the best of your ability find what was stolen. Otherwise, I,
He
a
puts his finger
talented
up.
wizard,
He puts his finger up for you to be quiet for a second and says in a low tone, "I can give you what you want, but you're not gonna have an easy time of getting it."
I don't care.
I'm just warning you. You look capable, but there's a reason why we were confident in stealing this in the first place. We knew all along where the ship was, what was on the ship, what we were trying to do. The company I represent knows nothing about what just happened. This isn't to do with Silverglade. Silverglade is not to do with it.
That's
I wouldn't
presumably
say
why you were beaten and handed over to us.
there's a reason why I wasn't beaten and handed over in the first place. It's because the people that I do represent are far more powerful than Silverglade. Mr. Mercedes, however, is more powerful than anyone. He's the mendacious merchant. Look, the ones who have talents in our regards, we hired to keep an eye on the package so it didn't get lost while things happened. That's why the ship that attacked you wasn't successful in its job. You did rather well defending the package. Thank you for doing that, so we didn't lose all the payment. However, did you not find it odd that all that money was on that ship? Did you not at once question why that happened?
They were baddies. Oh wait, deniability. La la la.
They were raiders and pirates. They steal from merchant vessels.
Did you not maybe once think that maybe they took that money from a certain company that hired you guys? And maybe that company knew that they would attack you because you were hired by Silverglade? And that we were counting on either one, them stealing the package. That's one of the reasons why we sent someone with you guys to protect the package. Or B, get all of our money back. That money was never yours to begin with. It was Silverglade's. But at the same time, the people I do work for want that money because it's technically theirs. I don't care if you think you got that fair and square by killing a bunch of pirates. In truth, it's my benefactor. I could tell you everything that you want to know, but there's not a fucking thing you can do to get that money back. Not unless you want to cause a full-scale fucking war.
You see, maybe I'll just go talk to my new associate, Mr. Mercedes, about all that.
Sure, go ahead and tell Mr. Mercedes that the Suncor wants his money. Go right ahead and tell him that. Suncor. S-U-N Corp.
Okay. Duly noted.
Balasar, you can make a history check.
Alright. Oh, that's great.
That's good enough.
Oh, cool.
Suncorp, they're technically not a merchant company, but at the same time, they are. They're kind of like pirates for hire, but they're also. Think of it like this: if the pirates are the bad guys and the merchants are the good guys, the Suncorp and all of their associates are the in between. They're neutral. They're the privateers. They work for both sides.
So they're bounty hunters, effectively.
Basically, and they're the most powerful ones. So Mr. Mercedes is the most powerful merchant, Suncorp's most powerful bounty hunters, and then Devil of the Sea, most powerful pirate. 3 factions. There you go. You're welcome.
So, video, what happened to him?
Huh? What?
I posted something in gaming.
Oh, okay. I'll watch later.
Yeah. If I watch it, then it comes through, and I'm not sure
Yeah,
what.
I don't want it to come through because I'm DM. But anyways, yes, let's start awards. Yep.
I mean, we
Anyways.
could.
I mean, if you think about it, the war would be between a bunch of different factions out on the ocean. So yeah,
We could sit on the shoreline and watch the fireworks.
totally.
Should be.
Right, totally. So the young man in the cage leans back against the bars at this point and sighs and says, "The Suncorp doesn't care what happens as long as they get their payment. They are the ones that wanted that package. They just so happen to take it from another person who happens to be Mercedes. Look, Mercedes is a very, very dangerous man. But the Suncorp, I mean, Mercedes has hired them before. I don't know what else to say other than that you're not going to be able to get in contact with them. The shipment might still be in the warehouse, but I have no idea where the money is at this point. The Suncorp already took it at this point. It took them maybe 10-15 minutes to get their shipment. Your best bet would be to head upriver and maybe chase them down. Maybe. If you get lucky.
I still like my chances better if we get Mercedes involved, considering we have our deal with him.
Well, good luck to both of you, because you're going to need it. The Suncorp, not the most forgiving of people.
From what I hear, neither is Mercedes.
So, hand him over to Mercedes afterwards?
Oh, indubitably.
Hey, Joe, who's that most powerful pirate?
The Devil of the Sea.
Yeah, Satan of the Sea. That's his moniker.
I think I have a note here about him.
It's a public note.
Yeah, I know
What are
it's
names?
in the notes.
Hmm.
Names and notes. Black Eye.
Captain Black Eye is a feared tiefling pirate, one of the first pirate captains in the area, Pirate King.
Saw a black tiefling, and he's the Pirate King.
Satan of the Sea.
Yep.
Don't need luck when we have love. Guide us without me. Oh, wait. Deny ability to block. I just imagine Sunshine just talking to herself on the freaking crow's nest right now.
Are you kidding me? Sunshine above deck?
No,
No.
she just turned around and plugged her ears, but curiosity killed the cat, and she's not very.
But
Deniability, blah, blah, blah. Yep.
Yep.
So, Mercedes comes wandering down and says a couple things, oddly enough, in the same kind of language that the other guy was speaking, and walks up to the cage and says, "Kid, I'm going to say this once. I'm only going to say it once. Suncore can go fuck itself. If it's going to steal from me, I'm going to cut ties with them. I'm going to cut all their fucking throats. That's just what I do." Now, here's the problem that we have here. You took the package before you could even get a signature. You also took these lovely people's money, which you claim to be money from Silverglade. So technically you're claiming that as your own, even though you don't really have any jurisdiction over that whatsoever. You also happen to know that that ship was hired by a certain person in this room, pointing to himself. Look, I don't work with pirates. That's just not my thing. But when I do, it's usually because someone has fucked me over. And in this instance, someone has fucked me over. And I'm not happy. As you can clearly see on my gorgeous, plump face. And he reaches through the cage and grips the guy's head. Which, by the way, Mr. Mercedes' hands, they're huge. They're big and fat and greasy and all that shit. But they could, like, palm one of your guys' heads in their head, besides maybe Filet and Balsar. But he just grips the guy's head and smashes it against the cage bars, and the guy is knocked out unconscious instantly. He also probably has a broken nose. And he says, "You guys weren't going to get any more information out of him, right?"
No, I'm fairly
good.
certain we got what we needed.
And he just goes about brutalizing this guy to death. He just keeps smashing the guy's face into a bloody pulp against the iron bars.
I'm taking notes.
I just grab Sunshine and just bring her to another room.
Ability.
I just put like a cotton balls on her ears and just like dragged her to the next room.
La
I
la
stick the
la
bowl
la,
on
I
my
don't
head.
hear anything.
Damn, I can't cast deafness on her.
I just stick the bowl on my head.
It's not that big of a bowl.
Well, she's trying.
She's trying.
She's like, this is no,
Oh,
not big
goddamn
enough.
Abyssal.
Not Abyssal.
What is that?
That's
Ingen.
yeah.
Oh,
that's-
Ignan.
Yeah.
Abyssal's banned, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Abyssal is banned. No Abyssal.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It is a demonic language.
Mm.
Well, it is the demonic language, actually.
Anywho.
Anywho-ha. So there's a corpse now, and Mercedes snaps his finger, and he's now no longer covered in blood. And he says,
Yes.
"So if it's all right with you, I'm gonna take my ships and go find them. They're most likely upriver. We'll be back in the morning."
Alrighty.
You like an extra set of hands?
No, you guys rest. I'll take care of this. We know where they are now.
Alrighty then. If you're sure about that.
I am.
I have a feeling Mr. Mercedes knows exactly what he's doing. Plus, as a fine businessman, it's good practice not to screw over your clients.
Not only that, but I always keep my deals.
Exactly. Shrewd
Anyway,
businessmen you can actually trust.
Very well. I'm gonna go find some cloths, put this body away, and drop it into the ocean.
I was about to say, we should probably at least get rid of the body and
So yeah, as he's already ahead of you in that part.
I'll start getting the ship ready.
I mean, I could firebolt it into ash.
Yeah.
In a wooden ship?
As you guys are cleaning up the mess, Mercedes ships go off to chase after their target. And at this point, it's probably like 2, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It's getting near supper time, maybe. And
Oh, I'm gonna need
someone
it.
walks up to the side of the ship, and it looks like Kalos. And Kalos walks up onto the deck, not really talking to anyone. And he looks at Jesus. He looks at Aslia, who's carrying out the messy deed of throwing overboard, and
After covering up the body so it doesn't look weird.
yeah, he just asks, "What's that?"
Some trash. Don't worry about it.
Hmm. Was that the messenger from Silverglade?
Again, trash.
Mind if I take that?
You say one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Fine. Take it off my hands then.
He takes it off your hands and just walks off the ship, and you don't see him again. He just walks off.
Oh wait, he's the bounty hunter, isn't he? Was he the bounty hunter or was that Sigmund?
Kalos was bounty hunter. Sigmund is
Oh.
another wizard.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Alright, cool.
You don't know?
I mean, true, but still. I was just asking out of character.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, so Kalos just disappears at that point, and I kind of want to take a break, only because I'm really hungry and it's already 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
and I
everyone
have
gets-
not eaten anything.
Everyone get drinks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Food.
I'm going to just get as much caffeine into me just to get through the next hour or two.
Yeah, we'll
And
probably
then-
only play for the next hour and a half.
Yeah,
short
'cause I'm
session
gonna probably
today?
pass out.
What'd you say, Slim?
Short session today.
Yeah, only because yeah.
Mm. We're missing people. One person's only half here.
Exactly. Yeah.
It kind of makes sense that we just get what we need to get done, and then
Wait, who's half here?
Nick, because he's half dead from work.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, we're missing Verzana, so.
Yeah, we're also missing Lily, so.
Anyways, I'm gonna
Leave
get some
in
food.
about 15 minutes?
Yeah, you go get
Yeah.
some food. I'm gonna go see about at least a snack.
Same.
Alright. Convene in 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm back. Fucking cook until 1 a.m. What the absolute fuck? Are they vampires or something? Fucking nocturnal people. Hey, hey Slim, did you see the video? Oh, he's two ways. Simba, you saw the video?
I'm
What
watching it
happened?
now.
That's what happened to him.
Jesus Christ.
Did he get the signal?
Everybody just beating him with a stick.
Question.
Answer.
Maybe answer. Nick, you might have a chance to answer. Is Fantasy Grounds work offline?
Yeah,
You just can't connect to other people.
yeah. There's managed character things that you could just fuck around with.
Alright, cool. That's all I needed it for is characters.
Yeah, you can just manage character, select what system you want it in.
Because what I'm thinking right now is
Try to fuck around with the data of the dragons and just put it into sheets.
yeah, I basically just want to make a couple of random like NPC characters and stuff, so I have
Just
easy
go to
access to them.
yeah, just manage characters, select the like D&D 5th edition, and then just freaking activate that. You just start fucking around with that.
Yeah, so like I said, basically I just need to be able to.
You cut off.
I just want to be able to make characters.
Yeah, okay. What the hell happened?
So sunshine. No, not there. Okay.
No, I'm here. I just have a child in hand.
Oh, no, I was gonna ask. Can you actually scream in Draconic? Like, is that a thing that can actually happen?
I don't know.
No, it was just a thought. Like, isn't a scream just a scream? And, like, isn't that interpretable by all languages?
Maybe it just has like a deeper sound or something. I don't know. Can I scream in Draconic? It's like saying, "Can I cry in Celestial?"
I mean, you technically kind of did, so. I mean, to be fair, if you cry, you often are pouty and. So, I mean, you could cry in Celestial. I mean, look at your kid when they cry. Don't words come out sometimes?
Unintelligible. I don't even know if they're even words. I just think it's noise.
I mean,
What are you trying to say?
fair.
Maybe they are crying in Celestial. Oh my god. That's why I can't understand it.
Plot twist, it's actually infernal.
Probably, yeah. Our demons.
Cindy, if you do have Google Drive and you would like a dragon book, I will be happy to send it to you.
You say a dragon book?
Mm-hmm. There's a whole book that somebody. It's kind of homebrew, but it's kind of not. Like all on dragons and dragon-based
Yes.
subclasses.
Yes, please. Little dragon. I also have a dragonborn warlock. Oh. Oh. Fun fact about the dragonborn warlock: she ate an adult dragon's heart recently. That was kind of fun.
Fun.
Yeah. That's how like I'm pretty sure the party doesn't look at her the same after like they're all just like, yeah, we loot the dragon, get the scales and stuff, and then like the dragonborn's over there like, I'm eating all of his heart.
So the funny thing about this is it actually does have pacts based around a dragon. There's a couple of neat little subclasses. There's also a half dragon race, which is a little bit more powerful than the dragonborn. Instead of a plus 2 to charisma. Was it +2 to strength and a 1 to charisma? I think is the Dragonborn.
Ooh. Love.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But whatever. Either way, instead of the 2 and 1, and then you roll a d6 every turn, and you can potentially get your breath in, because you're actually half dragon rather than a dragonborn, which I guess would be Lord of the Totem.
She's going to be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
Ew. Oh, the ill.
What? Oh.
Alright.
So Nick, I got us a dancer.
Yay! I somehow died.
Where were you?
In the middle of the code zone.
Hmm.
Speaking of dancers, Steve, do you think we want to give Olivia the next Master Seal on that game?
Wasn't it? Oh no, we already did Azura.
We just did Azura,
Yeah, Olivia's fine.
considering she's another favorite at this point.
Excuse me.
It's that or Lind. Was my other thought.
Oh, that's what the.
Okay, hello, sorry.
I think Olivia is more used and better liked.
Zimby, email address.
What's in be what?
Your Gmail.
Your Gmail for Google Drive.
You just giving everyone the Book of Dragons?
Pretty much. Man that wants it.
I like it.
Did you actually check it out?
I like dragons. They're just like really big lizards that are sometimes evil.
That I mean,
Or very good, depending.
it's pretty yeah. One of the dragons in there, instead of a breath attack, it actually has poison fangs, basically.
I know Xanathar has a dragon feat where you can like roar instead of breath attack for fear.
Yeah, but that's in Xanthar's. I didn't like
Well,
it.
It also gave the really Actually, no, it didn't even give the wings, did it? In Xanathar's.
No. Did it?
It didn't, no. The only way a dragonborn can get wings is if they're a sorcerer, a draconic bloodline, I'm pretty sure.
Or there's some other
Or there's technically a variant of the Dragonborn called the Draconian.
True. Which,
Which we had to homebrew the actual stuff for. Because
Well,
there's
if you look at
nothing
it-
on those.
If you look in this book, Steve, there's an actual very similar to what you would think the Draconian would be in this.
I found star metal.
Awesome, how much?
Let's see how much I mined from that. 122.
Yes!
See, I really like right now. What I've looked at in here, I really like the dragon,
The what?
the purple dragon. It has a psychic breath, and something that I thought was kind of interesting is Underdark Dragon. It has a sunlight hypersensitivity.
Underdark drag.
That sounds insane.
It
Yeah.
is.
I'm really, as much as I really like the chromatics that they added. Like, there's a
Bringing
whole
things
section
to within
in
an
here
inch
on
of their
each-
life, and then watching them die to poison is hilarious.
What?
I poisoned a tiger
Oh.
with my arrows. Ooh. Bak de Corbin. Another Warhammer.
Right there.
Another legendary Warhammer, guys.
Is it shittier or better?
Actually, it's better. Well, it's shittier than the one that I have. Although it does have better better armor penetration, and I'm only losing 2 attack. So maybe I'll
Actually,
just
if it
throw a
has better
reinforcement
armor
upgrade on there.
Yeah, because if it has better armor penetration, that 2 less damage doesn't mean shit.
2
Yeah.
less damage, but I think 1%, yeah,
This
1%
is
more
pretty cool.
armor penetration is actually
This
better
is-
for that.
What I just sent was the gray dragon. Mind you, the very last gray dragon's ability. It doesn't get a breath attack. It gets this instead. Now, mind you, this is the great worm. This is beyond an ancient dragon.
I remember when I turned into a great worm. I remember when I turned into a Jurassic to defeat Cthulhu.
That
I
sounds
remember having a character that sat down and had tea with an alpaca dragon.
fun.
Um,
That sounds funny.
my friend was running a 3.5 campaign, and we were level like 42, I think.
Jesus.
We've been
And
going for a while then.
yeah, and like, well, at this point we were like having to fight Cthulhu. So.
Oh, fuck, that's... Sorry, there's an elephant attacking the base.
Oh, tell it to not.
I'm gonna fuck it up now.
But
Hammer.
No. I'm gonna sit on top of the roof and shoot it with arrows.
so here's the thing. I was a level 42 druid, and we ended up getting enough gold and experience points for an NPC to cast permanency on me when I cast shape change.
Hmm.
So
Oh boy. He turned into a.
A Tarask to
I turned
defeat
into a
Cthulhu.
Jurassic. I turned into a prismatic dragon just for aesthetics, and I wore the star serpent that we killed as a scarf. My goal was that thing to be a centaur druid that like got up to that point where they could just turn into anything and just become like a gay icon for dragons. And it kind of worked.
Gay
except,
icon for dragons.
except I kind of turned into a deity instead.
Life goals, right there.
Happiest of dragons.
I mean, to be fair, I love dragons.
Dragons are fucking awesome.
I love dragons so much.
Dragons are always awesome. In many different types. I like the Chinese dragons too.
I prefer Western style dragons. I like their
Power.
well, I like the look of them. Though I do also like the serpentine look from the Eastern style dragons too.
Yeah, it gives that weird, outworldly mysticism to them. Especially since they can fly like that.
Yeah, they fly by slithering through the air. Oh, fuck off. I don't care. I hit you once with my poison arrow, you're gonna die.
That's worth 3,000 damage.
No, they're just gonna die of poison.
A poison.
You didn't die from poison? Fuck you.
Alright. I want to play Dragon Age and just go look at that one big dragon that you gotta fight because it's really pretty.
So I'm pretty sure now that the gold dragon is not the top of the line based on.
With the Book of Dragons, no.
I think it's difficult now.
The gold dragon is just of the 5 basic metallics.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Mithril.
What
was that?
Oh, time to test out my new club.
Oh, I did that glitch where you run infinitely.
I'm doing that thing where I beat the shit out of a boss.
That's your everyday attitude.
Yeah. I am a boss in this. There's something really satisfying about being a tank. Being able to take all the hits.
The hidden way.
Oh yeah, there's another camp that's actually really close to us. Of people that we can loot. I got a blacksmith from them. Is this guy not taking damage? No, he is. Okay.
I thought for a second that could be possible.
Why?
So I found a second pathway into the volcano, but it's blocked off by another ghost wall. It looks like it's designed to be broken later, like they're gonna delete it later. Because the passageway is called the Hidden Way.
Hmm. Also, have you been to the sinkhole?
Sinkhole?
Yeah.
No.
That's the place I found earlier. I'll have to show you that.
Where is it on the map? I think is it west?
I'm fighting something right now, so I can't really tell you that.
Okay, tell me when you're done.
I will.
I'm not gonna take that on the Verdo.
Well, it's a boss alligator, so it takes a little bit. Yeah, I'm killing the... I'm not sure if it's an alligator or a crocodile. Probably a crocodile, considering the area.
Yeah, it's crocodile.
But yeah, I'm fighting the boss croc by that chest.
Yeah, it wouldn't freaking respawn by now. So, yeah.
Considering I've gotten the one behind our base twice.
So yeah, we do have to blow up the shells of the meteorites.
Yeah, I know.
And the inside of them glow.
Cool. I've almost killed this guy.
God, the druid circle looks so cool.
Which one? For the
Dragon.
I haven't looked at the flashes yet. I've literally.
You mean the warden one?
No. No, the Book of
Druid.
Dragons Druid. It's probably some draconic
Circle of the Dragons.
Circle of Dragons. Yeah.
What's the basic rundown?
See, you get dragon forms.
Ooh!
At second level.
Ooh.
The rights of your circle allow you to transform into more dangerous forms. Starting at second level, you can use your wild shape to transform into a beast or dragon with a challenge rating as high as 1. You ignore the max CR column of the beast shapes table, but must abide by other limitations there. When you reach 6th level, you can use your wild shape to transform into a dragon with a challenge rating as high as your level divided by 3, rounded down. Remember,
Okay,
you need
it's
to have it.
I see how it's Circle of the Moon, but adding dragons.
Yeah, basically.
It's based around the dragons, really.
I love dragons. What dragon is the challenge rating one?
hey, I would happily take
Oh
the
fucking
ability
hell!
of Dragon. Is that all it gives you though, or?
It gives you more, but
I'm
that-
sure it'll
that's
give
what
you
intrigued me the most.
different specific abilities. I gotta get
Oh.
home, Nick.
Why?
There's a sandstorm coming.
you,
Run,
al-
bitch, run!
you also get Mighty Strike, Dragon Breath, and Lingering Resistance. Mighty Strike. At 6th level, when you are transformed by wild shape, when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can spend a spell slot to empower that attack. That attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage for every level the spell slot expended to a maximum of 5d8.
Steve, this might actually be something that, yeah, in relation to this one's called the Dragonbound. One of the subclasses is actually a Dragon Rider, but the way it builds it is very like some of the stuff that it does is something to look at. We might want to look into for other ideas for the Dragon one, at least.
Guess who's back, bitches?
Oh God help us.
Back
Oh,
again.
Look at that, a purple dragon.
I like the purple dragon though.
I
Simple, but it works.
All right.
purple and green are like my favorite colors.
Purple is mine.
I feel as though purple should be acid.
Why?
Why is
Because purple.
I
Yeah, but
know
we already have
it
ones
said
that are already
this
acid,
equals-
so we don't need more
There it is.
acid.
So
We only
Nick,
have one that's acid.
you know Thugra's stand?
Yeah.
Well, we got Thugra. Southeast. Southeast of that is the sinkhole.
Obnoxious. Okay.
And then
Huh.
there's also the ruins of Almeria. That is Meria. That is a camp that we can raid for people.
Okay.
I've been there.
Yeah, I discovered that not too long ago. Also, Joe, I got a new club. Well, mall.
You got another whack and stick.
I got another Warhammer.
That's cool.
The
Nice.
Beck de
Star
Corbin.
metal.
Cool.
Yeah, he's
So,
got a bunch of star metal.
D&D.
Yeah.
Yup.
Purple dragons do psychic damage.
They're also
Okay,
vulnerable.
okay. That's kind of cool.
They're vulnerable to sunlight though.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. Why? Can you not? Okay.
I'm at Sigmund.
Lucas!
Get your booty in here.
German!
I had to force
He's
myself
Zimnian.
not to call him German.
He's Indian. Yeah, that's still going. I'm gonna go put the blacksmith on a blacksmithing table.
Huh. That's kind of cute, actually.
We now have a Stygian blacksmith. Well, I
Black.
kind of want to
tree.
get a Nordheimer one. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass to get him all the way back here.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Yay!
We can start now. You all died.
Awesome.
Cool. Time to go bring out my backup character.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm bringing out a druid. I love druids.
Druids are pretty cool.
They're my favorite class.
Unfortunately, Steve, you cannot game.
Oh, what the hell? Discord just kind of went funky for me.
Cool. Is it still funky?
Nope.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
Nope.
I had said, unfortunately, Steve, you can't use choking you as a villain in my other campaign.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of sad when you told me that group broke up because I was like,
Yeah.
damn it! I was so looking forward to being the villain. It was gonna throw them off so hard.
Thing is like I was actually getting ready to have you join as the villain, and they were like, "No, we want to go away." Okay, bye.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna do one group because fuck doing two. It was a lot of work DMing for two groups.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm glad I play in one and DM in another.
Alright, let's do this.
We're doing it. It's happening right now as we're
Is it
speaking.
though?
Yeah.
Are we just waiting on Sigmund?
No, he's here.
Everyone's here.
Oh, okay. He's just muted.
He literally said, "I am back." So,
Oh.
yeah. It's late now. Anyways,
So tavern time.
whoever stays back on the ship, I'm gonna have you make perception checks, because at this point you guys are just gonna be waiting. So I would just ask that whoever stays on the ship make a perception check overnight. And the rest
Going
of
to
you,
get some milk.
cool.
Well, we're staying in that tavern anyway.
Yeah, 3 of you already found a room. You might as well.
Yeah.
Sunshine's just excited about the milk.
Yay, milk.
And being on land.
Yeah, and being on land, she's
sweet
like,
land.
Yeah,
Alright.
there's that.
However, oh god, my head. Wow, that was weird. I burped so hard that I popped my eardrums.
I don't know if I should be impressed or grossed out.
Both.
That was weird.
Also, Steve, I think you didn't actually send me the Book of Dragons.
Yeah, it deleted itself from my my save page. It's weird. The Book of Dragons. You're gonna have to send it back to us again. Anyways, so overnight, both Sigmund
Joe,
and
just real
Balsar.
quick, send me your email address. Just so I can do that. I'll just do it now.
Sure. So both Sigmund and Balsar, you guys are checking all over the ship with a few of the other crew members that you had. And basically, overnight, there are a few people that walk around, but they're not really doing anything. They're most likely guards. That's not an at, that's a period. There we go. Okay. And you notice there are a couple people that get close to your ship and don't really. They're basically just watching the ship. They don't really do anything, and after a little bit, they leave. But yeah, that's about it. Then after that, you guys drift off into your slumbers. By the way, I should mention that there is technically a curfew. No one is allowed outside after like 9-10 o'clock. So this would have been late at night.
Right.
So it would have been kind of well, not shocking, but kind of odd that there'd be other people out at this time of night, other than guards.
It's a very strict curfew. Even the guards aren't allowed out at night.
Then that's not a curfew. That's martial law. Anyways, so you guys sleep. It happens. Then you wake up. It's morning. Magic passing of time. When you guys wake up, you either go off to eat breakfast or talk amongst yourselves, do whatever it is that you wanted to do. I'm sure you guys have already had conversations while I was away, but one of the things that immediately catches one of your attention at the tavern, there are no other people in the actual tavern when you guys wake up. It is pretty dead. Not another person awake at the moment, besides maybe the barkeep. Who actually mentions to one of you, whoever wakes up first, that I apologize. I actually didn't mention my name yesterday when you had first come in. You had taken me aback from the questions. My name is Silvers.
Oh, hello there,
Silvers?
Silvers.
Silvers.
Alrighty.
Not Silvers, Silvers.
So, verse.
Yeah, Silvers.
That's an interesting name.
It's a dwarven name, actually.
Before I eat, I'm just gonna pray over my food and do my spell thing.
I have a little bit of dwarven blood in myself.
Never seen that many people like to mix and mingle that much with the dwarves. Hill dwarf or mountain?
Hell.
It makes more sense then.
They, from my understanding, my ancestors, they intermingled a lot with merchants.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense there.
Not many people intermingle with my kind.
I think most of them are just intimidated.
Probably, but it also could be that
Should
there's a
mention that
lot.
Silvers is actually intimidated by the big giant woman.
A lot of people are probably more intimidated by the fact that there are many tribes of roving barbarians. Savage little brutes.
They are pretty assholey. And no, they don't have holy asses.
They worship the donkey god.
If they did, I would know.
Now that's something. I was like, I was a mason before I just, took up arms as this. Anyway,
How old is Asleia?
she is over a few hundred years old. Give me a
Hold on.
second.
I
She's
believe
like-
that's in your notes. Yeah, it'll be in your notes where you put your age.
160.
Okay. In that case, after this, we're gonna have a talk
Yeah.
because there is stuff that you need to know, especially because you're one of the Redbeards.
Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier.
I know I haven't really had the time to get into dwarven lore, and I want to. So, yay!
Oh,
I didn't
man.
really get the chance to last campaign.
Captain Ironhide, is
Oh.
that the guy that we killed?
No, not even
No.
close. The guys that you killed were an associate of Ironhide.
Oh,
Who
right.
worked for him.
Right. Got it.
Do we have anyone that can't see in the dark?
I'm gonna.
I mean,
Are you
you
asking in
used to.
character or out of character?
Like, out of character.
the monk couldn't see in the dark.
Technically
was-
speaking, I as a person cannot. Thalai as a person could
What the
not see.
fuck was that?
I don't know. It's
You
my.
broke up.
You went
Pretty-
where it's
up
the lay.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was just me being me. Thalai as a person cannot see in the dark, but she can summon her owl onto her shoulder and see through its eyes, and get 120 feet of.
Okay. I mean, I was asking because, like, I was debating taking continual flame and giving everybody a good little.
What does continuous
Person.
flame do?
It creates an everlasting flame that is not hot to the touch, does not burn anything, but sheds off light.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Discord is going a little bit funky there.
Yeah, you
Steve.
might want to restart Discord.
I see that. Give me a second.
One.
You know what I mean, and I will shank you.
Anyways, so while we wait for that, ghost story time. Well, that was fast.
I just exited and entered again
Oh, okay.
because I'm refreshing the vocal now that I've closed off my internet
No,
browser.
it's still
Nope.
going.
Still fucking broke.
I'm gonna restart the entire Discord.
There you go. So actually, while we wait for that, I'm going to tell some good stories. Literally, I'm actually going to tell.
Yay, technical difficulties. This is probably getting cut out of the video though, so note for future me, cut this out because it's boring.
Welcome back, Steve. I'm in the middle of telling a ghost story.
Hey, is it better
Speak
at all?
more.
Hello, speaking.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Cool.
That's good.
No,
You're not cutting out.
Awesome.
I heard.
I mean, didn't sound like he was cutting up to me. Anyways, I'm actually going to finish the ghost story because I want to tell you guys a ghost story. The creature itself haunts a lot of the oceans to the west, and we haven't really nailed down where exactly it hunts, but we know that it attacks specifically merchant ships. Now, Kraken usually don't prefer any ships; they just go for whatever is closest to them. Same thing with the big whales or other such creatures as that. This thing tends to only go for ships that have a lot of money. Now, there's a few times when there's a convoy going through that it doesn't attack that, but the legend goes that when it attacks the ship, it kills everything on the ship except for the weakest person. So anyone that is sick or broken or diseased will be left alive. And magically, their ailment will have healed. Some say this is the working of some divine entity, but the survivors that have come back and spread the tale of this creature have spoken of a giant woman that wanders the sea floor and then plucks the most powerful ship she can from the very surface of the ocean.
I turn to look at the lion and be like, "You haven't been on the ocean floor recently, have you?"
Not recently.
It's just like, it's just trying to not laugh at that.
A little bit bigger than that. And they mention her being a dark-skinned, long-haired woman with nothing but, well, her man bits or woman bits out. But eerily enough, her beauty is outshined by her radiating sinisterness. Whatever the word for that is. I'm not the best linguist. She's evil. And for some reason, she has this weird thing where if you have any women or children on the ship, she will eat them. And the survivors of the whole ordeal have once told me in their travels, the ones that I've seen at least, or claim to have been a victim of, that supposedly this great goddess-like creature does have a name, but it is not a name that holds any sway in the divine essence. It's just Calypso.
Okay.
Because, this is just Pirates of the Caribbean in D&D.
Yep.
No. That's actually taken from actual.
Oh, I know.
Not like Calypso is an actual person.
I know. One of the few gods of the sea that pirate lore has quite a high respect for.
Yeah, you don't fuck with Calypso.
Calypso fucks with you.
Also, keep in mind, the third movie, we don't talk about that movie. We also just don't talk about anything past the second movie at all.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that Calypso was in all the movies,
I know. I
and
know
her
that.
name was always Calypso.
Yes, I know that. Well, actually, no, that's not true.
Joe, quick question.
Yes.
Did we ever determine why Sunshine's ship had crashed?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I know why your ship crashed, but I'm not going to tell you the reason. You just-
Well, the only reason I'm asking is like, would she have like known?
She would
Okay.
not have known. She would just know that it was stormy, and then all of a sudden,
Okay,
there's
it was
water
stormy.
everywhere.
Stormy water, bad. All right, never going on a ship again. But here I am.
Yeah.
Did a great job with that.
I don't want to
Hey,
go.
you know,
I don't
An
want
oath
to go.
taken and immediately forgotten.
Yep.
Gross.
Anyways, so, things and stuff. If you ever meet one of these survivors, ask them something for me, so I can, well, you might not ever be back here, but if you ever are, and you drop by and you spread the legend, I would love to hear. Does Calypso have legs?
What?
What?
Does Calypso have legs?
Alrighty.
You see, no one has ever seen her bottom half. We've only ever seen her from the chest up. Or supposedly.
It's funny to think about the fact of a woman not having any legs.
Could
I know there's
be.
other possibilities,
Mermaid-
but it's just
Also, she could have giant octopus legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say do the whole like half
A lot of
octopus.
I just thought no legs in general. Just she's just a torso.
There was a version of the.
She's just Jin.
there was a. There's actually a water version of a gin. I forget what it's
Yeah.
called.
I know what it is. I just pretty sure it's just a gin, just a water gin.
No. They have a specific name. Now I have to go
Oh,
look that up.
Anyway,
Onwards to more important things.
This is very important, but go ahead.
Yes. Oh, who'd we lose? Oh,
I'm
we're back.
just making sure. Because I can't hear Steve when he's talking. Like he's breaking up.
Really?
I hear him just fine.
Yeah, that's why I freaking closed my thing and did that.
Cool.
Mr. Silvers, by any question, or by any, like these ghost stories, does it perhaps say where this Calypso lady, is it just all ocean? Is it just one part of the ocean?
It's supposedly only in the Western Oceans.
We came from there, so
Oh.
luckily we didn't get destroyed by her.
Okay. Okay. Can I have some more milk? I suddenly don't like the idea of going out west.
Yes. Yeah, you can have more milk. I should mention that she usually only targets merchant ships.
There's a
And
keyword
we're-
there. Usually.
Well, legends don't talk about the other things that she might attack.
Could be
Considering-
our luck that we
Hey,
are part of the
Hey, could be
usual.
your luck, but it wasn't your luck. Also,
Yeah.
she's a bit bigger than that.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, basically. Something akin to that.
Most of the other ones are Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, because that one is not at all accurate. She's not Jamaican. I'm sorry, guys. She's not Jamaican.
But how is it?
You wound
it's so
me.
It's easy to hide as a Jamaican. No one understands what the fuck you're saying.
Well,
For roleplay purposes, does it give it to me in a bowl or a cup?
What's
Or
in-
milk.
Oh, yeah, you're getting it in a bowl.
Okay.
Like, for some reason, you just have a bowl now, and everyone just gives you milk in it.
Awesome. Oh yeah, I just have that bowl. I just put my bowl down and I'm like, milk, please.
I mean, hey,
You
it
now
works.
have the bow hat of milk.
Oh, it could totally be one of those like what's the racist thing that all Chinese people have?
A walk.
Yeah, one of those kind of bowls. It's a bowl hat technically. It's just one of those kind of bowls now. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Just every time I want milk, I'm just like turning it over. I'm like, please.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Don't worry about the fur in there. I like myself on a daily. It's not like I don't get enough hair in my mouth.
All right.
Anyways, back to more important matters. Was there anything that you guys were going to try and do while in town, or are we just gonna skip forward to?
There doesn't seem to be any good shops about to do what we want.
There really isn't.
So, I say we just fucking get out of here.
Or wait for the person that you're supposed to be waiting for.
Oh yeah. Well, just get onto the ship and just wait.
Which waiting for maybe a few hours or so, late morning, like around 10:30ish. From the river, you can see a large ship, larger than the one that Mercedes left on, flying. Or more accurately, hovering above the water. It's not going over land; it's hovering over the water. But it also looks like it is heavily, like it has holes all over the place. One of the masts is snapped in half. Also, this is a man of war. One of the masts is snapped clean in half. The back half of the ship has long fucking claw marks along the back of it. And this is not coming from the ocean. This is coming from the river.
What the absolute fuck?
I'm just gonna like tug on Azalea's sleeve.
But, as it gets,
Yeah, I've seen that.
No, and I want to be like, I didn't know that ship was like very close to the DDs because it's very holy.
Ha 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 ha.
Close to the what?
The
The
Deities, because it's very holy.
Because it's holy.
I'm just
But,
going to poke her in the ears for that.
Those are sensitive. Anyways, as it gets closer, it shifts over to land, and it just flops on its side against the shore, not moving. But however, as it moves to the side, you see another ship, which is the ship that Mercedes brought in, that would be guarding you. And you can see off in the distance, there's like 20 people at the front of the ship, all doing the weird mumbo jumbo dance that the other guy had done the other day. And they seem to be in unison, piloting both the ship and the broken up carcass of a ship.
Well, should we go check that out? Cause that's pretty bad.
A few minutes later, Mercedes' sloop appears out of thin air next to your ship.
Ha!
Well, that's,
Sir.
Indeed, that is surprising.
Mercedes comes up on deck from his ship and just smiles at all of you with a big fucking shitting grin on his face.
Successful.
Very. We got more than we were bargaining for.
Even grander.
as in the deal or the crazy things that look like they ate the back of that ship?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, what is up with that ship? I mean, I know there's like a bunch of holes in it, but there's also claw
Giant
marks.
claw marks.
And
Well, if you're gonna ask about that, we're gonna have a private conversation about that where we're not out in the middle of the docks.
oh,
Alright.
wow.
So he goes up with the rest of you onto Balasar's ship and says, "You got a captain's quarters?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk in there." And he just barges into your captain quarters, not even letting you give permission. And he goes,
He's
"What?"
out of sight.
"Yeah, he's out of sight."
I'm flipping him off.
Cool.
He's not
Awesome.
one.
You get this tingling sensation, and then both of your middle fingers turn bright ass fucking purple.
Damn it.
A different doctor about that, not me. I can't help you there.
But you all go inside his captain's quarters, and of course Mercedes is sitting up on your desk, like just lounging like a fucking slob. And he says, "Yeah, he's an asshole." He's just kind of sitting there like, "So, if you all want to know exactly what happened, the idiots what?
The sun.
No,
Oh.
no, not the Sun Corp.
The idiots on the ship.
The idiots on the ship, they made a mistake, or more importantly, they were all dead. When we got to that ship, we found the ship like.
Oh.
However, we know exactly what did it. If you notice all those holes, those are not cannonball holes. Those are holes. No. Those holes are fist mark.
Of course.
You know, I just heard this story about a giant woman who smashes ships and kills all but one person.
No. It was the freaking Minotaur. You know the crate that you all.
Oh,
shipped
right, that
in?
one.
They broke that crate,
Oh boy.
and he was not happy. Also, he only had enough drugs in him to last up until this dock. So we were going to administer more drugs to him when he got here. But they obviously didn't have enough time to do that because he got out. Not only did he get out, he wrecked their ship. I should mention that we had heavy enchantments on him when we found him. You see, gold-horned minotaurs, which are stark-ass white, they're also called albino minotaurs. They're much, much larger than their counterparts. It's one of the reasons why they're so valuable. Their horns alone would fetch. Well, I'm not going to say it out loud because you would all hate me for it, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's
Gold
probably better
minotaurs.
that you don't say.
Yeah, it's probably better that I don't say. But the gold minotaurs or albino minotaurs usually grow to about 40 to 50 feet tall.
Really big.
Like I said, it's big. We were able to recapture it with little damage to our ships, thankfully, due to our astute druids. And my best advice to you: don't unleash a golden horned minotaur into your ship. It will break it very quick.
You know, we did not have any plans to do such a thing.
Well, let me just cross that off my bucket list. Yeah, I kind of figured.
Sarcasm is thick in this room.
Is it really?
I thought that it was made of freaking sarcasm by now.
It's thick as pea soup.
It's in the boards. It's made of the boards.
They're in the walls.
Jesus Christ.
I'd like to cast a spell, Detect Sarcasm.
Okay.
You sense it everywhere. It's just a giant. Anyways, Mercedes cracks his knuckles and, wincing a little bit, he looks over to Balsar and says, "We'll pay you the amount that we agreed on, correct? 70%?
Yep.
Correct.
Now, I am a man of my word. I keep my deals. But like I said, we found more than we were bargaining for on that ship. Thankfully, we were able to recapture the White Minotaur, and it is now on its way to a safer facility, where we will harvest the horns and also release it back into the wild for recapture later, because the horns do grow back."
Oh, that makes me sad. I'm gonna pretend that you didn't hear that.
Well,
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
the hide is worthless. It's far too coarse to be used for any kind of materials. And the horns often break off when they're fighting each other. So we could wait until they start fighting two males over a female, but that would take a long time. Also, we run the risk of being gored by two giant white minotaurs. Not a great idea.
Very bad idea.
You at least do it in a safe and like
I'll
not
put it to
cruel.
you this way: they're not conscious of the fact that they lost their horn,
Okay, that makes me feel
so
a
you
little
can rest
better.
easy.
It's like
Mostly because you
like
do not
any
want the
animal,
Minotaur to be conscious when you go to cut its horns off.
Also, cutting the horns out, if you do it improperly, they crack in half and are worthless. So we have to be very precise about it. And killing the Minotaur would make it worthless. Anyways, that's beyond the point. What was I actually going to say now? I forgot. God damn it. It's already 7 o'clock. As I was saying, I'm a man of my word, and I will keep the bargain that we agreed on. 70% comes up to $225,000. Or gold. Dollars. Well, real world money.
Yup.
Somebody able to confirm that for me?
That's more than what we lost.
And we're going with it.
By
Like
about 10 times.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a lot. And he just looks at you and says, keep in mind, I could have easily just said that we found exactly what we had found there. This is, how do you say, an investment on my end. I don't expect any of you to try and do any fun business with this ship. Am I correct? You're not going to
No.
try and do anything bad with it?
Of course
We found one
not.
of your cohorts trying to follow us. More importantly, he seemed to be... How do I put this? Do you know where Kalos is?
No,
He
just
disappeared.
went off.
Word as soon as he got here.
Well, as soon as he picked up that messenger,
Wait, what?
he just picked up the messenger and just left.
What
There
do you
was
mean
a
you picked
body.
up the messenger?
The body.
The corpse.
Did you see what he did with it?
No, he ran off with it, and I couldn't find him afterwards.
So Mercedes sits down, actually now, and looks a little bit shaken, and says, "Are you absolutely certain he didn't come back at any point?"
We never saw him if he did.
He just walked off onto land, walked off towards. She points us that way.
He gets back up to his feet and starts rushing towards the door. And if you've ever seen a large, portly man try to rush towards a door, there's a lot of moving parts that look weird.
I look
and
away, that's gross.
Yeah, he barges through the door and starts hollering in the same language that he was using before. And the druids that you had seen on the other ship start bustling around on their ship, and the one that was on his floats up to yours and lands there and starts whispering fervently into his ear, just kind of leaving you guys to mind your own business at this point. And
Did we get our payment though?
We're just waiting. We're like, this is very weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't get our payment.
Mercedes turns to you and says, "You'll get your payment. Don't worry about that. We have something more important right now."
Okay. What's the problem?
We believe Kalos was working for the Sun Corps.
Oh,
At the moment, they have no idea that their ship has been sunk. Or more important, what is... Oh, yeah. Basically that, but human. Also, less teeth.
Yeah.
He's like all gums. They call him Mr. Gummy. Not actually true. But he looks at all of you and says, I I don't think I need to say this again, but if I seemed blasé about the Sun Corps, it's because I was confident that they would not learn of this whole incursion. If they learn that I destroyed one of their ships, or one of their ships was destroyed, and that I took the plunder from said ship, they're going to do a lot more than just try and hunt me down. Put it into terms that simple folk would understand. The Sun Corps have a lot of people under their thumb. They could easily have all of those people start trying to track me down and sink my ships and steal from me. And I don't need that. I am a businessman, and losing business is never a good idea. This might cause quite the stir. We might need to call in some volunteers. You wouldn't happen to be willing to help me with this situation, would you?
Well, considering that you've already made quite the investment towards us, I feel that we can find agreeable business.
Especially since this was slightly our fault, because we didn't know he was under that.
My only job for you, and you will get more payment after completion. Find Kalos and kill him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say this out of character. I'm very pleased that you turned him.
Yep.
You're welcome. He was a piece of shit.
Who?
The character?
Well, no. Not Kalos. Panda. Out of character, he was an asshole.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I mean, in character, he was kind of an asshole too.
I mean, yeah, but that's the way that he set up his character, and that's fine. But, again, it's not that big of a loss, so I'm kind of glad that he left so I could be like, ooh, I can turn his character into a villain.
Right. No one has any faults with this?
No?
I don't know if I've made my position on traders very open, but yeah, I'm okay with this.
Because I am a very, very good person, I will say that we are going to find Kalos and apprehend him, and in quotation, like finger quotations, unless he fights back. So, meaning once we find him, I'll turn around, you guys start the fight.
Deniability!
Liability reasons.
She's gonna become the blind freaking cleric, I swear to God. She's gonna have a cloth around her eyes at all times.
I turn around, I don't see it. I don't...
Don't worry, I'll pick up blindness and deafness.
I could get blindness and deafness too. Shit.
Just like, oh, look, we're about to do something that's morally gray. Blind the cleric!
I'm lawful neutral.
You follow the rules, but if you don't know if the rules are being broken, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like, I'd rather not risk the chance of my deity being like, yo, man. I'll just be like, I didn't hear.
Have fun, guys.
Ability.
Have fun.
Hey guys, do you see that cloud over there? It looks really... Oh, you're killing someone.
This dead. Oh man, that is terrible.
Indeed.
I ate a pretzel.
Cool.
Okay.
You're welcome. Anyways. So, oh god. Oh wow. I got salt up my nose.
How?
Ow.
I don't know how!
How do you accomplish this?
Joe the ever-talented dumbass.
Shut up! It's not like I'm snorting it off a fucking midget's dick.
No, it's just off a pretzel.
And now you do.
That's a joke from a movie.
It was cocaine, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, salt, cocaine, what's the difference?
One burns less when you snort it.
Yeah. Salt.
Very true. Also, one doesn't destroy your health.
Just destroys your brain slightly.
Yep.
I was talking about the salt.
I don't know. If you snort enough salt, it might serrate your nostrils, which will cause a lot of bleeding.
Could actually potentially kill you.
Yeah, don't snort salt, kids. Stay in school. Don't do drugs.
Kids don't
Or
watch this,
stupidity.
but kids don't watch this shit.
Of course not.
We failed.
I say as my viewership becomes like 12-year-olds.
I'm gonna laugh if like all the people that watch you just are all fucking young children, and they're just like, "What does this mean?"
If young children are watching my shit, then they are in the wrong place because I'm sorry, this is not for kids.
All of a sudden, you're on YouTube for kids or whatever it's called, YouTube for kids.
If they
All of
put
a sudden-
if they put this on YouTube for kids, YouTube has fucked up. It's not my fault.
You know what the worst part is? There's worse things on YouTube for kids.
Oh, I know.
It's on Cartoon Network too. Well, old Cartoon Network at that.
I mean, fair.
Man, the 90s were not kind.
The 90s were amazing.
Golden age of animation.
The golden age of freaking product marketplacing and fucked up shit.
And
So-
Disney.
So, D&D.
Yes.
We got sidetracked.
Horribly.
Yep.
I blame Joe.
You should. It's always my fault, guys.
Well, you were talking about snorting salt.
The mumbo jumbo dance is just the Macarena.
The what dance?
The Macarena.
The mumbo jumbo dance, the one where they're making sweet love to the ship. It's just the Macarena.
Dun, 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 dun. It has such a catchy tune to it.
Is it though?
It is, in its own weird, horrible way.
Getting back to important stuff.
Right, Dungeons and Dorks.
Dungeons and what?
Dorks.
Dorks. Dungeons and Dorks. So, y'all have a job now. And Mercedes is, at the moment, wigging out from not knowing what to do in this situation. He
I
goes back
would-
to consorting his associates.
I'm going to immediately ask the. Did I see any like what time did he take the body?
Like 10, 15 minutes after they left. So like maybe 5, 6 p.m.
I'm gonna ask any of the dock workers that I recognize at that time, direction that he went to.
You ask around and they heard no mention of a guy carrying a body.
Not body, like cloth, weird
I
cloth
mean,
stack.
either way, they don't mention anything like that and they don't remember it.
Fuck. Gotta use investigation to try to track where he went, because I did see him go off.
That wouldn't be an investigation check. That would be a survival check.
Which I'm proficient in.
It's tracking
Skill.
survival.
Indeed it is.
Let's see.
Also, keep in mind, Kalos,
Jimmy, cast guidance.
Kalos was able to go from here, the dock town, all the way to where the ship was in a day. In
Yeah.
less than a day.
Wait, all the way where
On
the
foot.
ship was. Did you follow him in a dinghy?
What?
Like, cause didn't they have to like sail out to go?
No.
Oh,
There's a
they-
land
They
route.
sailed up. Yeah.
Yeah,
they sailed
Okay.
up.
I will be right back.
Goodbye.
I'm just sitting here thinking Kalos is following him in a dinghy or something.
No,
Okay.
you can totally just walk on water.
Awesome, who's Jesus?
Let's order from out.
So wait, our new mission is to kill Jesus?
Yeah, guidance.
Supposedly.
Roll 1d4.
Well, there goes my
all
religious
religion.
walkers.
12. What?
Dude, they already went away. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I'm online, right?
Fair.
How do you not have the track?
I already got 12.
Well, that's a number. Yeah, unfortunately, there are too many tracks of other people walking in this area, so you are unable to see exactly which direction he would have gone heading out of town.
Is there any freaking trails of blood?
Surprisingly, no.
That's disconcerting.
Even looking as hard as you possibly can along the trail, there's just too much foot travel that would have covered up the trail already. Like there's just no way you would have been able to find it.
Well, what do we know about Kalos and his mannerisms?
He's an asshole that thinks he's the fucking greatest thing ever since sliced bread.
Well, I was asking the party, like that's it could be how we find him. What about him and his mannerisms?
He doesn't like to give things back.
Like corpses, apparently. Let's see. That's the thing. The only time we'll ever know is if he wrote it into the backstory, and you guys already know that.
I mean, I'm not gonna give away character information.
Do we have like 10 minutes? Like I'm looking to the party. I'm like, do we have like 10 minutes? So I could just go do a thing real quick.
Well,
Yeah.
We have no
Yeah.
other way to find him, so.
I mean, okay, I'm just gonna go somewhere and cast augury as a ritual.
What does that do?
By casting gem and blade sticks, rolling dragon bones out. Well, I skipped a lot of words there. It's a cleric spell.
It's a lot like scrying, I think.
Receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about results of a specific course of action to play in 30 minutes.
Okay. What action are you trying to see the future for?
Oh,
Probably you go heading on the path to find Halo's north.
yeah,
south.
no,
East.
the action I'm going to is like physically like searching for him, like it's weird that you can't be like what would it be. Basically, I'm like separating like asking around and then searching. So like, would it be good to go physically search for him first? Would that be a good idea, or good result, or bad result? There's wheel for good results, woe for bad results, will and woe for both good and bad, and nothing for results that aren't particularly good or bad.
Will and woe for both, right?
Yeah, good and bad.
Okay. So, the bones give you a small hint of the future about looking around. Specifically, you get flashes of woe that Kalos is not the man you think he is, and will that you will find him at some point by asking around.
Okay. And I clean up my little mess.
So we're all going to split up and start asking around a bit and take it.
What was Kalos again? I don't forgot.
He was elf, I believe.
Was it elf?
I'm pretty sure he was an elf.
Monk was an elf.
Monk was an elf. I think Kalos was human.
Kalos
Oh,
was elf.
I had
Some special
I
elf.
had those mixed up.
Yeah. Anyway. People will roll investigations for finding.
Yeah, I will let the party know that like finding him by asking around might be a good idea. I went and had a little personal moment and came back and was like, hey. So after some inner reachings,
She using them bones.
Yeah.
Cat.
I went and got bone.
Cat clip.
Alrighty then.
Very weird.
Got boned. Yeah.
I'll be back in just a moment.
Okay.
That was fast.
Yeah.
So we each take a section of the in this warehouse town, blah blah blah. They start investigating on if anyone saw him or what direction a strange man with a huge bag, about human size, walking out of town was doing. Or
I wish we knew.
taking.
Can we just say that we give him Kalos? Because I'm sure we know what Kalos looks like, but I don't think we know his people.
What
Yeah,
he
as,
wear, what he wore, what he looked like.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure our characters know, but like we can't just be like, yeah, he was wearing pink pants and leather boots. I don't know.
The fuck was that?
Probably noises in the background. Okay,
No,
so
no,
are we
it's-
staying?
Anyway,
We're staying together, or are we splitting up?
it's more than likely splitting up to freaking find information.
Okay. How are we splitting up?
Never split the party.
Always split the party.
We should never split the party, but
With
I mean, let's stay in the same basic area.
ain't that big.
I'll go with
I
I'll
would
go with Zimby.
Oh, we're probably going to be finishing up pretty quick.
should probably go check out the
I
wooden
should mention
keg.
that we're
Actually,
probably going to wrap up in a few minutes, guys.
Yeah.
I think where we're
A few
splitting
minutes.
afterwards.
Probably no
So
later than
probably just really
7:30.
get the information of which direction he went then. Everyone, roll for investigation at different sections of town.
Basically, yeah. None of you
Cool.
can help each other.
I can give guidance to some.
No, you can't.
Good,
It's
you're
a. Well, I can
Wait,
give guidance
Wait,
to those with me.
Could Verzana help me?
Yes, but I'm also not going to.
I got a nat 20.
I'm just going to say that you would both be able to roll, so if your roll is low, I'll roll again. Which it was roll, so it was low, I'll roll again.
I can give guidance to those with me, so whoever's with me, I can smack them with a guidance.
You're by yourself.
I thought somebody said they were going with me.
I don't know.
I did say I was gonna go.
I wasn't paying attention.
I did say I was gonna go with Zimby.
The giant lizard was going to hang out with the cat.
Add a D4 to
That's
that.
Well done.
Mouse.
Shut up. I was dragging the dice one. There we go.
That's
That's how I roll
intimidation.
Intimidation.
God damn it! You suck ass.
Persona was just where?
There we go.
Where's the blacksmith? Wow. Worse than me.
The
Okay.
blacksmith. All right. Who got a natural 20?
I did.
As
Oh,
Leah.
shit. Nice.
Ashley is just like probably just
Hot
like
shit.
imposing right now again the handy information.
Where's the blacksmith? All right.
Where's the bounty hunter?
So I'm gonna take Sigmund into Whispers because he got the highest result.
That 20 doesn't count as extra.
Yes, but no, because I want Sigmund to get stuff too.
Okay.
So you're gonna get different stuff.
Basically.
I was flipping through the book. There's an interesting, and there's another. You got your half dragon, but actually has a platinum dragonborn, which is a different thing, and it's kind of a neat idea. To it.
Out of
The weird-
curiosity, how tall is Balazar?
7 feet, yeah?
I am 7'8".
Okay. I'm 6'1". I'm a tall cat.
I'm 8 feet tall.
I'm tall for a cat, okay? Let me live.
I'm actually tall for a Goliath.
I need to make an aesthetic post for Sunshine. That's work.
The funny thing is that the lie comes from a whole family of Goliath wizards.
Wizard.
I think I've said this before, but there's heavy influence from the Full Metal Alchemist character Alex Louis Armstrong.
God.
That is the basic template I worked off of to make the lie. Not gonna lie, it's pretty damn amazing.
I just saw a picture of a wet Maine Coon, and I'm like, I'm making a Maine Coon tabaxi. That's that's literally all.
One of these days I'll be able to play Lizard Folk. That is a wet cat.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Sunshine looks really big because of her fluff, but like she gets wet and she's just nothing. It's all a lie.
Man, my Discord is really fucking up right now.
I'm looking for aesthetic pictures so I can make Sunshine an aesthetic post, and I just found a picture that literally just says "Ray of fucking Sunshine."
Nice.
There you go, main picture.
I really want Sunshine to have a twin sibling who's named Rainbows.
Jesus.
So when we get them together, we have Sunshine and Rainbows.
I mean, she did come from a litter. So there's probably a couple more out there. With my character being named Sunshine, this stay close to people who feel like Sunshine could be taken a little weird. Stay close to people who feel furry.
Heh.
We're back.
Welcome
I found
back.
the trail.
We did.
Cool.
Who did we lose? Did we lose someone? No, we didn't.
No.
I'm just dumb. All
Because
right.
Lily's not here, remember?
I'm dumb and forgot that I was number 6.
Yeah.
I am number 4. That's a dumb movie.
Sure you are. It was a dumb
So
movie.
I found the blood trail. The guy who was in the bag was actually still alive. Barely, I think. That's what I'm inferring so far. But there was a very, very faint trail going to the north.
We should note that Kalos has prestidigitation, or whatever you call it, so he could have cleaned up the cloth.
It only lasts for an hour.
Oh, okay.
Well, cleaning and soiling things don't last for an hour.
Yeah, it's just the things like making things smell different or doing minor illusions
I
with
could
it.
have sworn that lasts an hour.
No,
One
the
of it is
cleaning and soiling
Impressive.
is permanent. The
Alright.
Yeah, one of
sensory
it's-
detail stuff, like making things smell different or making like writing that floats in the air, that kind of stuff only lasts an hour.
Cool.
The limitation is that you can only clean, I think, 1 cubic foot of, or soil, 1 cubic foot of area.
I don't know if the cloth counts as 1 cubic foot or not.
How big a cloth is it?
It's big enough to cover up an entire body.
Pretty sure you can cast it multiple times.
I mean, you could.
That's true.
It is a cantrip, so
Just boop, 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 and then it's all done.
I think it's 1 cubic foot. Now I gotta read
It
up
is.
on the spell.
Yes, it's 1 cubic foot.
Oh, cool.
I don't give 1 cubic foot.
I
Alrighty
kind of hit
then.
my foot against the desk and I'm like, fuck.
Nice.
At the same time.
Fuck. Alright.
Uh,
1 cubic fuck. Is that what Scanlan does?
Yep.
okay, let's just continue. Oh, well, let's just end.
I was
because
gonna
now
say we're done.
Yeah. Let's continue, and we're done.
Alright, Joe, questions.
Answers.
Whispers.
Okay.
Alright, so since we're stopping here, that's all stop the recording.